Sir Osha from Enura Anopa. Even though in Ghana, now we were in a state of mourning. Namira Huyo, listening to the tribute of family members. I couldn't, Mentimio. At a point, I tuned in to listen. And there was this, because I wasn't watching, na a Mami B. Na, or my tribute to Nkunku, which I couldn't listen to 2 minutes. Meeting and Jaya. And Mentimi, and I couldn't even follow the funeral. Not on TV, not on radio. Nama Kumentimi. Adia Mitimilated Chimere was football. And Edru Samrea, Rich, you serve social media and the atmosphere, and you get a feeling, say, or more play football than any say football and back. Now, and yet just football being back. But Rich, the opening day of the Premier League gave us a very, very good game to watch. Football, so continental. You want to watch game that is exciting, goes to Bemu, BBB, and we were treated to some short game. Our Anfield, Liverpool 4, Bournemouth 2. Now, Rich, season be a start here. As a matter of principle, I give myself first 10 games to know how Obia 18 is here. And in the first 10 games, I am too critical on team B and in the loopholes. Because Rich, I will not raise issues about 2 goals at Liverpool consider, and conclude say Liverpool problem on team in they must solve unless me need knowledge about how good Bournemouth are. Last season, Rich, how many clubs they share Bournemouth and so they are a very, very good team. And if they score you 2, it is normal. The good thing is that Liverpool were able to also score 4. And look at the goal scorers for Liverpool. Eketike, new boy. Federico Chiesa, outcast. Mohamed Salah, making sure he's always present for the team. Then you add Gorigapo, who is expected to do more because now there's no Luis Diaz.
I pick you from Papa.
And maybe Anna Slaughter. Rich, I look at the game and I look at my scorers and I say, this is a good start. Especially when the overall play, look, Liverpool are my home from last season. They dominated them. And I am not expecting a peak Liverpool summary. It's what at this season, all that you want to do is to get the games banging in. You grind your results to league and over far level. Now, if you want the other game, and send me a Liverpool, I'll be very, very happy with this scoreline. Because Bournemouth was always going to be a very, very difficult opponent for opening their fixture in English Premier League. Rich, we are just hoping that any Ochina will also treat us good. And there are special games any Ochina games in him. And already the Villa Park has started rolling videos and pictures of what is happening there. This is the Newcastle bus. Abedru the Villa Park, Rich. And the players are very, very focused. Already there's a lineup. This is Newcastle's lineup, Rich.
Aquanim.
Oh, Aquanim is almost on Betono. And when Liverpool ball game, we are improve of Akoye. So they will study it. They will allow him to go. But there is the new Newcastle team. Elanga, the new boy, is in. Harvey Barnes, Ewomo, Anthony Gordon, Ewomo. So you know their front three. Say Omo Bobo in Fifi. The moment they bring in Bruno Fernandes, any Sandro Tonelli, any Jolinton, you know, say they want to lock a Fifi and give you creativity and control honum. Then of course Ben and Fabian Shah with Livramento and Trippier as lateral defenders. Then Nick Pope at the Pom, very good team with a lot of movement, any pace. Especially with Elanga, Harvey Barnes, and Abrante friend Anthony Gordon. This is team FNO. Aston Villa. Oli Watkins early did the lines for them with Rogers also at the Teho. But they are playing 4 midfielders. Onana, McGinn, Yuli Tillemans, and Abrante friend Kamara. 4. The last time I mean who said United Emery a game move with 4 midfielders, and when he doesn't expect the opponent to dominate the midfield and to open more numbers. So early kickoff Rich, we are going to watch interesting game at the Villa Park. Look, anytime we are Villa say Rich, I am not almost 2 technical games. They are aware of the opponents, they are conscious about them, and they wait for their moments too. This Newcastle team is also very good on paper. Too early there, but I will expect over 1.5. I was a game with because of the way 2 lineups in the ACT and the kind of profile of players now. The area park in the son of ACT. So I'm expecting a very nice game after the arena and Rano. Now, Rich, we will be treated to 2 teams in Swa. Coach is in a very open game. Make a game now because between Brighton and Home and Fulham. Yes, Carlos Bella any team because probably he is surrounded with some transfer controversy. But Obian himself with Mitoma, Minte. Team a friend of Brighton, what it takes to attack you. Some person of Fulham here. Just with road mujina with no matter no mobile game now. Rich, Marco Silva will always tell them, look, there is something we can find out of this game. And so what follow Brighton and Fulham? Rich, there are 2 teams that are not scared to attack you and want to score goal against you. And see, I will also think that this game should also give us at least 2 goals. Make a Brighton any full of game, Tottenham Besha Bailey. Yeah. I think they will draw something from a disappointment in the Super Cup. And that will make them look good and beat Burnley or Fie or they do Tottenham Stadium. And see, I'll put my money on Tottenham to beat team and friend Burnley and a game now or more everybody. Man City you go away to Wolves now. And look it tricky. But Rich, a 30 more to City, even though they are going away.
Okay.
This is a Wolverhampton team. Rich, even last season, so now, almost situation with Matthias Cunha, you could see say about 40% potency of the team. Now he is no more, and they will have to start the season trying to find a way to live without him. And I think say we'll try to find a way around such a situation. Rich, you don't do well against Team BC City. We don't even know the City that will play this season because there's a lot of changes, and Pep really struggled last season. And see, we know Pep, we know City are a good team, but which kind of City they will win this season? Nobody can say there is a City team unless we start to watch them.
Sure.
But I think so against Wolverhampton Wanderers there, Rich, they are favorite say omo ebetimi I alpha points be outside game. And so I will put my money. Say City anya their crown, they will bring a draw from Wolverhampton Wanderers game. I think say the big games are tomorrow in the English Premier League.
Sure.
I want to give it properly in Aquacoche. And it will start area 1 over the Stamford Bridge. Team of friend Chelsea world champions against Oliver Glasner's Crystal Palace. Rich, what does Chelsea want this season? to be contenders of the Premier League and be consistent within that category, you know.
Okay, Maresca also improve.
Yes.
Last season performance.
And it's okay, yeah. Even when people were saying, "Oh, Chelsea are spending over 1 billion," Maresca any contenders and
sure.
Say your information and say in the first season, Chelsea board no money any pressure say chinchina on your contender. Now, Rich, in Kaka, he was able to get into the top 4. And Wakoji, the FIFA Club World Cup. In the second season, they beef up the team for him. Rich, I think so this time around, he will be whispered to say, Master, now we are expecting you to be a contender. And Rich, the only way to be a contender of the Premier League is to play consistently for success. Who we need also winning. Who winning home, Okwawe also winning. Because the likes of Man City, Liverpool, Arsenal, money or more league na general. Rich, what they will do to get to the league is to be consistent with results. And it's like if you want to go the journey with them, you have to go that way. Now, Chelsea will be starting AOFA. And only maybe I just say it's against a very, very difficult team in Crystal Palace. And a team from the way I'm finishing last season, you know, any community shield success, you know, confidence I am very boosted. And listen to Oliver Glasner. Oh man, Oliver Glasner in Andaludi. Oh, I come with the chair. Or say the here against Liverpool in a community shield no. HSA they can play every big guy in the world and win games against them. And you almost start feeling no munya or Wembley no. The Air Stamford Bridge, and they have a lot of confidence in the team now.
Solid mentality.
Now, Rich, so Usha Chelsea Powerball 11 now. I want to do this with you. Usha, the last 2 friendlies at Chelsea boy, one of them on the wings they started Estevao, then one of them they started Gatins. Now, Rich, this is the real deal. Premier League first game. Do you think the only way of Estevao and Gatins, you know? Or where your friend Enzo Maresca should say, look, you are new guys, you are young and I'm about team. Though we are there during the preseason, you know. But I think it is still too early. And moon steady. Now, mean to me more Neto, any Kopama on the wings. Then I will play Joao Pedro as me number 10 saying now a total of ball bright, you know, behind Liam Delap. And when me perceive yes substitution, then I can change one of the strikers, push Kopama in the number 10, then bring one of the young wingers as they steady the game.
And that is spot on. Menene yard 100%.
Yes, I think that should be it.
Spot on. Because this is the Premier League. Yes. You don't throw them our first game,
especially when those 2 players now come once in any Premier League experience. But who are the lapper? Do or a new guy or Chelsea or Premier League experience?
Yeah.
Or Joao Pedro or a new or Chelsea but Premier League experience. So look, let me play my 2 strikers. One number 9, one number 10. Now me one Neto any Kopama. Yebo game ni corner, motiwana mo steady game na. Ye who say the game ni corner. I can choose to bench and I said maybe one of my strikers next remove. I will push Kopama to number 10. Then I will give one of the rows no on the wings to one. So me pekura a game ni akoya mami pa. Message nye you net of him. Then I'll put Mumienu on the wings. See the way I will introduce you to the Premier League and Kaka. Rich, I think that should be it. Now, the biggest problem at Chelsea ever won game way. Can they defend 90 minutes without conceding against this team?
Eberechi Eze. Sir and
it's smaller Sir than Philip Mateta. That is a big.
Mateta no, Boba no can Nata the achieve no. When you unfabo to know, but oh yeah, deadly.
Yes. Very bulky. Mr. Chani is so spot on. And oh, you see the energy in here.
Sure.
Rich. So one show now the concentration echo community shield Nkunku, you not even understand how scary this Crystal Palace team in here. Go and watch how they beat City in the final of the FA Cup, and go and watch on the last 5 games in the Premier League last season. You understand, say, Rich, sir, 3 players who are anyway. They started building their cohesion, and and you know what? So what shall yes, team Super Eze, Uncle Baby. Rich, it is not easy for a black player to revolt against Crystal Palace. That is their team in the Premier League. Hey, Chelsea will match Bopa. Even though they are favorites, but Obienim, including Chelsea fans, and himself, Crystal Palace, they are not pushovers. And when they come and almost one over game now, they will play with you again. Rich, so Oshe community showed Nibia. Even though Crystal Palace are a very, very good team, they also have vulnerabilities. Our backline. Yes, they are quite exposed, Kakra. And when you have players, we say Kopama, Neto, Jao Pedro, Dilap. I am talking about players are more attacking instincts. No, almost a lot of creativity. Rich, all that they need to do is to become in the final third and in and around the defensive midfield area of Crystal Palace, and they will be able to hurt them. The game will be very, very nice. Very, very nice. For me, the match Chelsea, our upper hand is Stamford Bridge now mobile game now. Yes, that is season. You are world champions at home, and a Chelsea will form. And it's all both fear. No matter how difficult a Crystal Palace ever offer the opposition, Chelsea should be able to deal with Sima, your friend, Crystal Palace. But it is not going to come easy, especially when there are transitions in 5 defenders and 4 midfielders. Chomu defending block now fight because Munoz and Michel Ebeka, Guay, Lawcross, and Riches home very, very compact with Watson and Hughes. Very, very compact Fifio. And the Crystal Palace will be very, very difficult to unblock. But I think say Chelsea they just have to deal with Ezesa Mateta and see how the game Eberechi Eze develop it. Rich. Yes, you turn attention to Otafo. Manchester United against Arsenal.
What a game.
Na meet office wa na meet you. Na o yobe. Say game way edin there but mo be share. Na me busa me ho say e hye no a rich our man you need or can I say
but a shemu real like you beat them.
Meaning so you will beat them. You will beat them as a Manchester United fan.
No.
Or you will beat them as Obia. You've done analysis of the game and you are saying you will beat them. Analysis.
This is the time you best ask now. Obia and Chonto.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I think so from the way I can say you are speaking as a Manchester United need. Rich.
That is for me.
Yeah. This is Manchester United's hope.
The best in the Premier League.
Say they brought in guys that they are expecting to change the team and make it a winning some team. If Manchester United and Kofun they think with Mwemo, Sesko, Kunya. Say a Paredo park in this one, you should have something to be afraid of. That is Manchester United today. Now, Rich, Metiasie say we've seen improvement in Man U last season, with Kakea Mayo preseason, and you could clearly see say anytime Amorim ever call press conference, he wants to highlight say team is changing. But Rich, beyond the speeches, it's when you go onto the field and deliver. And I am a Yama Morim say, Rich, the first game is coming against a very, very difficult opposition. And can you Sunderland be? Can any team be not and confirm build it. But rich, BB or your preseason, everything you do just with a defeat against Arsenal. Sure. The moment I go focus, oh, see I can't and one no. Man, you are not lucky crowd with the fixtures, especially with our first game at Old Trafford against my friend Arsenal. Now, Rich, Timmy Arteta, or say, for 3 seasons, we have more points than any team in this league. Now we have to do it in a season. What would you know? Any year, Mikel Arteta say. Say okay, teams about Premier League, you know, more points able for last 3 seasons. Arsenal and all points the par in the last 3 seasons. And to him, in the last 3 seasons, you know, they've just not been lucky. And to win the league, you know. Now the mission of Arsenal this season, and they say they are accumulated 3 seasons, you know. They have to do it in 1 season. That is to get more points than all the other teams in a single season. That is the mission of Arsenal. Rich, me makase. Danger me say Arsenal is going to win the league this season, and they say, Rich, I put Omo team there, and I put all the contenders, and I think Arsenal in all departments look solid. I will not miss West.
Okay.
Euro, Delete, Shaw, Ahmad, Dogu, wing backs, Ugarte, Casemiro. You can put in Kobe Meno if you want to. Bruno Fernandes, Cunha. 3-4-3 for Manchester United. Arsenal 4-3-3 in a very, very usual back line with David Raya. Zubimendi sits in between Rice and Odegaard as number 10, behind Victor Gyökeres. Then the usual tormentors in Bukayo Saka, any Gabriel Martinelli, any Momo. Now, Rich, that is where I conclude on this match. Rich, so on with 2 teams now. Yeah, what game now? Now, teams must dig deep in their squad to win. That is where I think the difference for Arsenal this season.
Game changes.
Because with this team, Rich, say Obia Feta, can't have to bench. Nwaneri to bench. Leandro Trossard to bench. Rich, we are talking about players on mobile game. They even can start, but they will be on the bench. Gabriel Susu will be on the bench. Noni Madueke will be on the bench. That is the Arsenal team. Kiwo to bench. Calafori to bench. Mosquera at the bench. With this team, Julian Timber at the bench. Mikel Merino at the bench. Rich, that is the Arsenal team we are talking about. Now, Rich, beyond this team, Manchester United throw in a game changer. Who are you bringing? Rasmus Haaland, Zegzi. So, and this is the Premier League. Pace, power. Rich, that is the difference. Until I would think I will give Arsenal a double chance. Old Trafford, now, yes, me wrap up. No, yeah. Real Madrid game no call actually. So we will not do it this weekend. And you have only 2 games. Barca, Mallorca. Then at the RCD Stadium, Espanyol against my friend Atletico Madrid. So we are going to wrap it up quickly. Rich, Barca say their defense to the title begins today. And sometimes my catcher say, oh yeah, sure say, I'm not for no Rich. They don't script on my league, you know, and on my play MIA to say the movie. Because everybody anticipating the Spanish La Liga who want to watch Barca first. Because of the way almost dazzle almost through last season, you know. And they are giving you a game Saturday as early as 5:30, Mallorca against Barcelona to begin the Spanish La Liga. And when I look at the 2 games, my boy, exciting ones. Rich, Mallorca there, Barca Kobona, there's only one player they have to watch, and they do amebo the natural. Now, Mami Musa Orich. So we are Barca and name almost squad now. Rashford womb, one Garcia woman now. Will you say any Abia?
On your Maraska,
Abia Nico Williams or Preno home. Because the assurance was if he was going to be registered. But players now Barca don't worry.
So I was wanting to be assured.
Jamaica say that saga is gone.
Okay.
But the evidence is that players are Barca to mobile.
I'm registered.
They've been able to register them, and today they are in a scan. And it's only a Nico Williams. It's not as if the guy didn't want to move to Barca. He wanted to move. But the assurance was, and on a day like this, Barca any minute squad for the first La Liga game, he will be there, registered. The players are registered.
Me when you say person in na me say dey no. Well, I'm for Ken say Abrante no so when you okay with time on the Barca deal come because I say the registration is anima. But me to me I doubt.
What you say
me sure say no.
It goes beyond that.
Go beyond that.
Maybe at a point.
Because this is a player no one can offered himself to Barcelona.
And you did say and come on so behind the scenes.
Me sure say information you are
changing not because of this registration. I don't think there's a caveat to me.
Because seriously,
Rich. Say oh but team a friend Mayoka. This is your guy.
Really? Wow.
I'm number 9.
Okay.
Bono mu boni nyina ono mo hwehwe no. And he will give you presence in the box. Rich. So how manage the now so no ojibo on 10 year okuna mane. And the moment you start giving him confidence, say born about our head afan chain, about our bo afan chain, then they will know something can happen because Murigi who game so Barca will have to deal with him. I think say beyond that there. Rich, this is a Barcelona team you all know. They are good and they can score goals. And you'll be expect say Barca ebeye adwuma no. This season, me say mo a proponent of the Spanish game no. Mo watch out for Atletico de Madrid. Omato players, papa. They bought really well at the RCD Stadium against Espanyol. Almost we last season very well. I'm not expecting Atletico to lose the game. And I'll go for a double chance Atletico at the RCD Stadium with this team, especially Alex Bernal, one of my favorite players at the Spanish La Liga. Also, Omobo Thiago Almeida, Omobo Gregory, Omobo Hanko. These are some of the new guys. Omodi Omo Abewa Omo team. So watch out for star players na yanko. Analysis na ma yini nyina ewie ha. Enti je odds no. Analysis no utia ni nyina ne say you know how the games will go na odi akwa kutwa bet enti mame ma bet with odds bi na efa eye wade a obetimi ede aye. Rich we are simple. Sene na fifi kano. Look utwa bia na wadi na say also whatimi enya kakra de show bottom. Season we dey e kon very aggressive. Aye 4 odds enti tie na tro BW AF 5E 1B2 then BWAF 7791C then BWAF 866 AF. Then the last one A BWAF 94 AFF. To a fast BWAF 94 AFF BWAF 866 AF BWAF 7791C BWAF 5E 1B2 4 bet to course Saturday. Yemfa na yemfa enye yade a betimi ede Eberechi.